How's everybody doing? Oh, it's a full house tonight. It's good to see everybody out here again. I'm telling you, I feel a little nervous tonight. I feel a little bit nervous. We got some really, really great musicians and doing sound check. Everybody plays guitar better than I do. And
That's weird, Ben.
What's that?
That's weird.
It's fairly normal. It's more normal than it ought to be. I should practice more.
Last time it was weird.
So how many people have been to one of the singer-songwriter things before? Okay, so everybody knows what it's about. We're going to sort of pass around songs. So I'm going to play a song, and then Hadden will play a song, and Paul will play a song. We'll all just play songs together one at a time. So I'm going to start it out. Then I'll bring them out. I haven't thought too much about which song I'm going to start out with, but I think I'll play this guitar.
No wonder you're nervous.
I know. I really am nervous. I think I'll play a song I wrote called Sketchbook. I was drawn in my sketchbook in the desert. I was the best man at the wedding. There's a cactus and a camel. We drank warm wine from a canteen. There's a version of myself drawing in the desert. He's squinting in the sand dunes in insane concentration. I said, hey, okay, I've been acting like a dick these past few days. Well, the version of myself who's right now writing rhyming words down for future you to listen to. He's got a very different life now. In fact, he may be actually a kind of a replacement, while every atom in him differs from the ones that made him in those days. Okay, I've been acting like a dick these past few days. Exactly sure how we remember anything at all. The matter it gets printed on, well, that ain't where it's recalled from. And these patterns just persist, and lightning flashes over. But it really feels impossible to be physical phenomena. Oh hey, okay, I've been acting like a dick these past few days. My father, he was altered when a cloth that blocked the blood flow, it darkened down a part of him and a shadow covered over. And we stared like ancient monkeys at the MRIs and CAT scans, and a doctor pointed with a pen, said this part makes us human. I said wait, okay, oh, I've been such a dick these past few days. Well, I'm wandering through Walmart on the western side of Joplin, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got back where I started, and I forgot what I came in for. Must not have been important, it might have just been comforting to stumble through a store saying, hey, okay, I've been acting like a dick these past few days. But my letter's getting long now, and I've probably been repeating myself, and I'll end with smoky sweetness, like the scent of a mesquite tree that drifted off a campfire where we boiled up cowboy coffee in a pot with empty eggshells, and they settled to the bottom, and the grounds got drawn down with them. We took needles of saguaro, and we porcupine a voodoo doll in the great southwestern desert, saying, hey, okay, oh, yeah, I've been such a dick felt good. All right. So we're gonna bring the other two out here, Hadden and Paul Benjaman, Hadden Sayers and Paul Benjaman. Let's give them a big Joplin welcome. Hey guys, let's do it again. Get them out here. Get them out here. I'm even more nervous now. You guys have to make me not nervous. You have to do a lot of talking and tell jokes and.
Okay. that was a really good song.
Did you like that song?
I like the song.
I'm glad. So we're just gonna pass back and forth songs, and something we do at this show is in the past, and I think we should do it this time, is we sort of have whatever song was played previously, the next song has to connect to it through some mechanism. It could be the style, it could be the story, it could be a word, but there has to be some link from one song to another, and you have to tell us what it is. So I think I brought a penny out here, and the only fair way to figure out who's going to go first next is to flip a coin. Who wants heads and who wants tails?
I'll take tails.
All right.
Whoa.
What's it say?
Tails it is.
It's heads. It's heads. Heads for Hadden.
Well, I got to say that I've certainly been a dick often in my life, but I don't have a song about it.
I think that's part of a songwriter's license. Right? You gotta have that too.
I have a song called Good Man, and it's in the same key. Would that be okay? How's the volume, okay?
I heard somebody say you're back in town. I hope that this don't mean it's over. And if it is, I know you won't back down. We all get a little older. You seem to be a little black and blue, a little down under the weather. I can see it doesn't matter what you do. Gonna take some time to make it better. You need somebody to look you in the eye and let you know you're gonna be a star again. Someone who understands. You need a good man. You need a good man, yeah. And now he's playing in a rock and roll band, loud enough to bust your brains out. Says he wants to be a weekend man, don't want nobody else to find out. We'll take a walk around the world for a while. You see some things that make you shiver, but then somebody's gonna dig your style. Love gonna float it like a river. You need somebody to look you in the eye, let you know you're gonna be a star again. Someone who understands. You need a good man. A good man, yeah. You need a good man. And I'll take you by the hand, I'll make you understand. You need a good man. Don't be shy.
Thank you, y'all.
All right. Well, okay. How's everybody doing? Having a good time? I'm having a good time too. We were backstage talking about various European tours that we've all done and how things were. So this is a tune I wrote about kind of show business in general, and it's also in the key of G, which means Hadden can play lead on it. Right? So somebody who's ever get turned deserves another. You're gonna put me in the lead spot. Well, now you know. Okay. Loud my step is proceed to it ringside. Watch his old wind up where it will. Well, I don't know what's gonna go down, but I know this time. Well, I won't be trading my gold for better pills. And it's a situation, shots from all directions. Hanging around is the only move I can make. Chasing the dragon of high expectation. Make it less than you want, but all that you can take. As the curtains rise, it's a good time to check beside the step. Before that first beer bottle hits the stage. Dusting off some old song too good to forget. Or following some new kid that's all the rage. And it's a traveling show that puts me here at ringside, thumbing a ride from high society. Doing my dance and having myself a high time. Oh, show business might just get the best of me. Well, the high rise brings the high tides, and the high tides bring the numbers I surely never see. All right, David. Well, the high rise brings the high tides, and the high tides bring the numbers I surely ain't never see. When it's cabin show puts me here at ringside, thumbing around from high society. Doing my dancing now in myself a high town. Hopes your business might just get the best of me. Down at ringside, down at ringside.
Nice one. What's that song about? What?
Just thinking about like ringside. Let's see. Well, that's a good question. You know, it was kind of like a showbiz in general.
That's
you
what.
know?
That's what the impression I got about it.
Yeah. And let's see. As the curtains rise, it's a good time to check my sidestep before that first beer bottle hits the stage. From dusting off some old song too good to forget, or following some new kid that's all the rage.
I like it. Yeah. That's a damn good song.
Thanks.
Well, that reminds me of I have sort of a song. Yeah, I figured that song was sort of show business about the ins and outs of it. And I got a song I'm going to play on banjo called Outsider, about something similar to that. About sort of staying true to yourself in a business that doesn't necessarily reward it.
Word.
Could that be a marriage? I mean, I made it alone. I mean, you know.
Byron County.
What's that? Thank you very much. Actually, this is I locally sourced this. I found that, like, yeah, it was on the road. Must have had some musician crash and lost his guitar strap. Don't tell him.
Don't you keep me outside of hell, inside of me, they don't go anywhere. Help keep me hungry, keep my vision clear. Lord, won't you keep me on outside of hell? Oh, high, oh, lies and lies. Ooh, Lord, and I can see it in their eyes. There's a pathway that'll blind you, and I see like the truth. Your dangerous enemy look like this to you. Oh, won't you keep me outside of hell, inside of men, they don't go anywhere. Help keep me hungry, keep my vision clear. Lord, won't you keep me on outside of hell? Oh, Lord, I know there's some other lies. There's easy satisfaction is contentment in your mind. Now I ain't gonna tell you what to do, just know them be a day when the hand that was gave to you comes to take away. Lord, won't you keep me outside of hell, inside of men, they don't go anywhere. Help keep me hungry, keep my vision clear. Lord, won't you keep me on outside of hell? Oh, and Lord, I hate my heroes and fails. Ooh, Lord, I love that inside a spell. I studied on them methods, I seen the way they done, I seen the way they claim and finest things I love. Lord, won't you keep me outside of hell, inside of men, they don't go anywhere. Help keep me hungry, keep my vision clear. Lord, won't you keep me on outside of hell? That's fun. You like the banjo on it? All right.
All right, so
And we don't have to play that game where it's a link, but it's just to spark conversation where we're.
well, I was thinking about your comment about the youngest sensation in your song, Paul, and then there's the outsider thing, and I felt that same thing. I was on a festival. I won't name any names, but I was on a festival with this fella, and he was kind of the star of the show, and there were some other much more successful people on the bill, but he was getting all the attention. And I remember there was disgruntled guys in the band Wilco were there, and they were like, "What the hell is this guy?" You know, like that kind of vibe. Yeah. So, and the guy came out, and the big shot guy. The song's called "Mr. Know-It-All." I think that's the song, and then I'm going to play it for you. But I just remember that the guy had like a cigarette, and as he came to the stage and got ready to play, he like flicked it out into the audience, and I'm like picturing somebody getting it in the eye. Let's see if I can remember it. It's from my CD entitled 12 Bars on the Naked Truth. It must be nice to never think twice. It must be nice to know everything. It must be great. It must fascinate. It must be great to know everything. Your way is okay, my way not today. Why would you be so wise when you're so wise? 'Cause you know the sun, you know the moon, even Sunday afternoon. You can do anything, you know everything. You know the
You know the pay, no matter the cost. You can do anything, you know everything. But you don't know me. Must be a thrill to keep it so real. Must be a thrill to know everything, yeah, yeah. 'Cause when it's all done, you know that you've won. When it's all done, you know everything. Your way is okay, my way not today. Why would you compromise when you're so wise? 'Cause you know the sun and you know the moon, even Sunday afternoon. You can do anything, you know everything. You know the way when everyone's lost. You know the pay, no matter the cost. You can do anything, you know everything. But you don't know me. And you don't know me. For anything you want, for anything you need, yeah. Anything you wanna do, 'cause it's all about you, yeah. Come on, indeed. My way not today. Why would you compromise when you're so wise? 'Cause you know the sun, you know the moon, even Sunday afternoon. You can do anything, you know everything. You know the way when everyone's lost. You know the pay, no matter the cost. And you can do anything, you know everything. But you don't know me. And you don't know me. You don't know me. Well, you don't know me. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's work on that one, yeah, that sounded good.
I was digging deep. Played that one since COVID in a couple of years even prior to that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of these songs we haven't played in a lot, like through COVID. There was like a whole year or so when we didn't play a lot of music, and luckily so far I feel like we've all been able to remember all the words. And if you guys had not, I think you faked through it really well. Have you guys remembered all the words so far to the old songs?
So far, yeah.
You only had one.
I only had one. So, chance. And I made sure and started out with one that I thought I knew. Okay, well, we'll keep it rolling with this showbiz theme. This is my other showbiz theme song that I have. And yeah, you know, you tend to write up about it because, well, as artists, you know, you have a time where you're playing the show, but then you have all that time that you're loading in and sound checking and driving from one show to the next show to think, is this worth it? What's going on here? What am I doing? So, this is a tune called Detroit Train. Swaying to and fro, living anywhere that the rent is low. Been playing hard to get just to have some fun, but hanging out where anything comes to for one. But she's in front of my eyes, the back of my brain. She's shaking it down just like a Detroit train. Get me her number. $2 tip, laughing my head off at this turn of events. Been wearing out these wheels like it's a rental, and the pay will keep you from getting too sentimental. She's in front of my eyes, back of my brain. She's shaking it down just like a Detroit train. Get me that number. Give me that number. Yeah, take one around. Cause they're changing my deal. My friends are bailing me out. They're trying to talk some sense into me, but can you see the smoke all the way from St. Louis? 3 calls and the truth, it's all cliche. But tell me, have you ever seen a Detroit train? Get me that number. Get me that number.
I gotta join in the fun on that one now.
Just like we rehearsed.
Feels like we almost did, yeah. So you're talking about doing the long trips and the load-ins and is it all worth it and all that stuff. I had during this last fall, sort of when COVID first happened, I didn't do anything, didn't do shit for probably 3 months except for drinking. I was just staying at home and drinking. A lot of people put their time to good use, but I did sort of the opposite. And around fall, I started having a sort of a crisis of confidence of if I'm doing the right thing, and wrote a song around that time. And I've never played it before in front of anybody, so this is a brand new one, and it's called "Getting Colder." I don't know if I'll remember all the words at the end of it, but I'll fake my way through it.
Improvise, overcome. That's what our government thinks.
Fine.
I just put it in.
Somebody hum along.
Well, I might have to play this on a different instrument.
Joe, it was a banjo.
I know, it just gave up on me. I didn't give up on you, and here you go, turn your back on me.
Yeah, I got one.
We're all we've been through. People told
Got a nice strap and everything.
people. Didn't I buy you that nice strap? I remember drinking lemonade, was contaminated, singing happy melodies that I originated, was a generator, I was a force of nature. Now it's getting colder, now we're walking through the fog and it dissipated like I anticipated. And I looked up and I saw the clouds, they all separated. I was illuminated, it was a force of nature. Now it's getting colder, I stare at the horizons with the wind in my face. It's getting colder. When the seasons change, when the winter's gaining, when the bees prepare to hibernate, and the goose migrations in a V formation, it's something in their nature. Now it's getting colder, I stare at the horizon with the wind in my face. It's getting colder. Above our heads like a judge's gavel. When it all unravels and next year's come along and it says that it doesn't matter. Last Thank you very much. It would have been 10 times better on the banjo, but you know, you
We're extrapolating.
extrapolate and use your imagination.
That's right.
Extrapolation, imagination. That's a song in there.
Go ahead. Take it away,
I
man.
was thinking about that time that we didn't do anything during, during the lockdown, and I got this call to go do a house concert, and I felt really confident, you know, that I wasn't going to lose it. I still had it all right here in my back pocket, no problem. And I went over there and got all set up, and I was going to play this song that I wrote called "Take Me Back to Texas," and it starts out like this. And I could not remember the first line. So I'm like, you know, most musicians know what to do. You just vamp until you think of it. So I'm going for like an incredible amount of time. And it is just not, it ain't gonna come. I don't know if anybody's old enough to know what that feels like. It ain't, I just have to come back later, because it ain't gonna now. Finally, I swear to God, a guy in the audience got on his phone and he went to iTunes and he found my song, and you know how it scrolls the lyrics? I've been to Louisiana. He shouts at a car. And I'm into Louisiana. It was embarrassing. But it makes for a good story now. I guess I could do that one. See if I can get through it. Well, I've been to Louisiana, Missouri, and Tennessee. They got a little town in Ohio where everybody being real good to me. Northern California, that's where the women taste like wine. But if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Well, I went on to Oklahoma, on up to Michigan. I came back down through old Chicago. I felt the cold wind blow again. I see smiling faces, all those places. I'm going back sometime. But if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Take me back to Texas, I won't mind, I won't mind. New York's great, but the Lone Star State is where I spend my time. I've been around the world and I just can't seem to shake this state of mind. So take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Somebody scream in this joint!
There we go.
Some people call Gay Paris. I stayed up all night with some friends of mine down in Berlin, Germany. I seen smiling faces, all those places. I'm going back sometime. But if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Say if you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. Why don't you take me back to Texas, I won't mind. That was rocking.
Thanks for playing drums, man.
Yeah, I picture this drum kit on the. So you're from Oklahoma. You're from Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Tulsa, yeah. Mhm.
Is there any animosity between Oklahoma and Texas that you is that just a TV thing?
No. Well, we have those competitive sports team things. And
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
first thing that they'll talk about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then there's actually like some pretty deep history. There was a time where I think it was like there was a small Oklahoma militia trying to keep Texas out at the border. There was some kind of bridge dispute over who owned the bridge between Texas and Oklahoma going across the Red River. I don't know. I would have to look that up. I definitely read about it at the historical marker. There's a historical marker. Yeah. So I guess in short, yes. I didn't think, I think, no, I love foodie people from Texas. And I'm like, well, no, hang on. Actually. And the biggest thing right now in modern times is now Oklahoma has legal weed, right? We got all those dispensaries. Right. So what happens is Texas Highway Patrol lines up right across the border, and they're waiting to pull over anybody with Oklahoma tags, Colorado tags, you name it. And yeah, and then they straight up did that to me when they pulled me over. That's what they said. You know why I pulled you over? So I don't know. You had an Oklahoma tag. That's really what the deal is. Let's look through your car and see what you got. I didn't have anything with me. I was sweet. Wisely so, because yeah. We're talking about Oklahoma and really this kind of area, because I really feel like, you know, where I grew up in Tulsa, northeast Oklahoma, and Joplin, it's all really kind of connected by the countryside. It's like the green countryside, and we always get together.
Come on, now.
And this was a tune that I wrote during the lockdown, because I would start, one of the things I did was start taking road trips to nowhere, since I was off the road and really wanted to be on the road, to where I really didn't have a destination. You know, I'd only pull over to pee or something like that, and then I'd just come right back without ever stopping somewhere. And I started noticing, like, in smaller Oklahoma towns and towns around this area, especially ones close to rivers and lakes and things like that, they used to build these tiny rock houses. And only had a couple of bedrooms in them and stuff like that. But you would always see them made out of that shale rock, that big shale rock, and they glue it together with concrete. And you know, you'd be driving down some old road and you'd see one, and you'd go, man, there's nobody living in there. But they'd have foil on the windows, and there'd be like this air conditioning box, right? And at nighttime, if you drive by, you saw like lights from a television linking out the corners of the windows. You're like, nope, somebody's living in there. Sure enough. So I wrote this tune called Old Rock House about that. This is me vamping, thinking about the first line.
Better than my band.
All right, I got it. Here it goes. Yeah, the world keeps on changing on a kind soul. Doesn't seem to mind whether I come or go. The roar of the machines can make an honest man search for his own piece of uncharted land. Gonna live in an old rock house near the edge of the state, made from the rock that they pulled from the lake. Gas station had city limits, all the buildings boarded down. Now where all the people done forgot about these towns. They forgot about these towns. All right, Ben. Forgot about these towns. Put an AC box in my window, quit answering my phone. Maybe I could ease my mind just by being alone. Yeah, I'm searching for my spirit. Now the world has let me down. Oh, that's cool, I'm sure there's still spirits hanging around. Don't come looking for me, the day comes that I'm gone. I'm the chain link fence, a black dog on the lawn. Good times, good times.
I like the hell out of that song. Don't you guys like that one? Little Rock House? Hell yeah, from Rocky pulled out the lake. Yeah, there are quite a few rock houses in this town, yeah. Do you know what the spook light is?
I do.
You do know what the spook light is?
Yeah, well, I went to college at IDO in Miami for a couple of years. Northeastern Oklahoma and A&M.
I always thought the commercials for that were funny because it sounds like it's like any old college, like any old.
Yeah, any old college.
When you go, oh, I went to any old college.
Yeah, the funniest thing that ever happened to me about the spook light, which actually I've seen the spook light. Yeah. But, you know, my family's kind of from around here. There's the Chautauqua area, Miami area, the whole thing. You know. Yeah, my grandma's from the Chautauqua, the Stillwells, and you know, the Foskins, and the whole thing. Right. And one time we were eating dinner, and this is while I was going to college, and we was eating dinner over at my grandma's house, and yeah, in college. You know. And she's like, Paul, you ever go looking for the spook light? And I said, well, yeah. And she goes, well, have you ever seen it? I'm like, yeah, I've seen the spook light. Grandma, have you ever been out looking for the spook light? You seen it? She goes, I never had my head above the dash. True story. Thanks, Grandma.
I don't get it.
I don't have any songs about my grandma either.
It's all I wrote this song.
Mercy. You know, you started talking about rock houses. I was picturing like those houses in those stone houses that you see around them lakes down in Austin, Texas.
In Bourbon County too. Yeah, man.
I spent some time in Austin during the lockdown. I recorded a record while I was down in Austin. And actually, prior to that, I got a call. I played for the legendary rhythm and blues vocal artist, Ms. Ruthie Foster.
Yeah!
And it's like I stand to her right when we perform, and it's like a flamethrower. Whenever she sings, it's just like this big kind of feel happening. It's really great. And I've been playing in her band for a long time, and she had asked the band members to get on a Zoom call about coming down to Austin, and so we got on this Zoom call, and it's my first Zoom call ever. I was kind of freaking out. But she said we're gonna do Austin city limits, and I think she kind of dropped it on us like so we'd be all excited, and we were so shell shocked. We just kind of sat there, everybody in the band. We're like, okay, cool, right on. Yeah. I think I'm free, you know, like, and a damn thing going on. But yeah, I got to go down there and do that, Austin City Limits, and it was really cool. And I was thinking about when you were doing this, when you said rock houses, I started picturing all that stones down in Austin. I was looking at my hotel window and looking at all those stone buildings that they're building all a bunch of brand new stuff down there. And I wrote this song like while I was sitting there right then. So I guess that's as close as I'm going to get to making sense out of it. It's a love letter. It's a love song, and it's a love song that's dedicated to the city of Austin, because I've always had kind of a love-hate relationship with Austin. I tried to live there, and I tried to, you know, do right by that town, and I just never could really make it happen. So. But I was looking out the window, and I was feeling very, very fond of it at that moment. So the song goes like this. No, don't go like that. It goes like this. Well, I'm holding on to all that's left behind, looking for a way to change my mind. But nothing's coming easy, nothing to release me. And if I could, I'd love you one more time. If I could, don't you know I would? If I could, I'd love you like I should. If I could, baby, I'd be good. Said if I could, I'd love you like I should. I'm beholden to the stars up in the sky. But this place has me bottled up inside, longing to be free, and I ain't afraid of what's in front of me. If I could, I'd give it one more try. If I could, don't you know I would? If I could, I'd love you like I should. If I could, well baby, I'd be good. I said if I could, I'd love you like I should. And driving down the road seems like I've had this heavy load for way too long. And if I come this way again, I'll be looking for a friend half as good as you've been for so long. If I could, don't you know I would? If I could, I'd love you like I should. If I could, well baby, I'd be good. I said if I could, I'd love you like I should. Oh, if I could, I'd love you like I should. Thank you, y'all.
Did I get skipped?
It's your turn.
Do you want to skip me too? Or are you guys
It's your turn.
keeping up on it?
No, it's your turn.
I'm sorry to go right through it.
That's all right.
Holy smokes.
I do that all the time. Man. I can't stand the line.
I'm just playing. What song? I think I'll play a song about, like, you were talking about being on the road. And this is an old song I wrote called Life on Wheels, about traveling around and going to a whole bunch of different towns and just sort of the minutia of being on the road. I'm going to tune up my guitar. Hang on a second.
It's a surprising amount of minutia. There really is.
There dang is. I remember writing this song. For some reason, when I was a little kid, I had this toy that was a dog on wheels, where it was like about a 2-inch thick piece of wood that was cut out in the silhouette of a dog.
That's my next band name, Dog on Wheels.
Dog on wheels. Dog on. And yeah, I remember when I had that in my head for some reason. I just couldn't get it out, and dog on wheels, and then I wrote this song called Life on Wheels, because I just thought things on wheels were pretty good at that point in my life. Whew, I got out of tune on that. That banjo, it up and quit on me. I don't know what.
What about the 2x4?
The 2x4? We're doing just an acoustic thing, and that 2x4 is not a resonant piece of wood. It's
That's an electric 2x4.
I thought you were asking if it came on wheels.
There we go. That sounds good. Life on wheels, it finds me. I've been driving sleeping passengers around. I safely navigate my way into and through another sleeping town. Well, I've read Wood's off-road signs, and I've read from out of books and magazines. And I've drove to both the oceans. I've seen lots of crazy people in between. I got a life on wheels. Life on wheels, on wheels.
I was sleeping in. I seen that two of us get beds and the other one takes a mat laid on the floor. We were all gonna get a bed loan, it would cost another $50 more. I said it's life on wheels, life on wheels on wheels. It's on wheels. This music thing don't work out, I find other work out on the road. Or take mercy on my girlfriend and I find an occupation close to home. Well, it's this life on wheels, it's painted freckles on the left side of my face. And nothing can be even anymore, and balance is the only way. And it's life on wheels, it's life on wheels, it's on wheels. It's life on wheels, it's life on wheels, it's on wheels. Nice work on that guitar, right?
Pretty cool.
I think we got time for about 2 more songs before we take a short break. Don't worry, we are doing 2 hour and 15-minute long sets, so we got tons of music. We're gonna do one more song from each of these fine gentlemen, and then, we're gonna take a short break after that. We got merchandise. You have a bunch of good. How many records? It's astonishing how many records you have out.
7 or 8. I can't remember.
7 or 8.
Count them.
We're gonna be selling stuff back in the back. I got some T-shirts back there and stickers too. And Paul didn't bring any merch this time. That's usually my gig.
Yeah.
He's selling hugs.
I forgot about an out-of-town gig.
I got scissors. We can sell locks of your hair.
Jeff stated the rule is that since I didn't bring any merch, I've got to sell merch for these guys. So I'll be back behind the table.
He's selling our guitars.
And random kids. That was like, he just finished Life on Wheels. This has got a line in the song called Rolling Heap of Steel. It's in the middle. This is a song called Something. I stopped waking in the kids for jail. He was saying from over the ridge. Well, my coffee's black, but my mind is swift. I'm thinking about something. Well, I gotta get moving, gotta grip the wheel. Get behind the rolling heap of steel. Feel the way that I used to feel. Wouldn't bad nothing. I was born with a soul that has no brakes. Oh, a lullaby to the interstate. I love the speed on the straightaways. On my way to something. Well, I don't care if the rain is high. Take turns thinking that the hall goes long. We'll be dealing the diamonds and singing the songs, and on our way to something. Give me. think of someone that I used to know. It's a legend that I'm searching for. And the sun shining in the low creeks flow on my way to something. Well, the journey goes both near and far, so leave no troubles where they are. You'll be guided by the northern star, and on your way to something. So take no chances in the heavens, no. Oh, your heart beats fast, now it's unfroze. Never stop by the side of the road. We'll tell you about something. So find the map that meets your means, and we'll speed on past each snapshot scene. Oh, the road's like a kaleidoscope of dreams. We're on our way to something.
How pretty.
Thank you. That was the first Paul Benjaman song I wrote.
That's the first Paul Benjaman
One
song
of
you
the
wrote?
first- Yeah, pretty much for my band when I started putting together my first band. Yeah.
Sounds pretty. How long ago was it?
Oh, I don't know.
A while back?
It was a while back. Yeah. Early aughts or something like that.
Yeah. Early aughts.
Early aughts. Somewhere in the early aughts, I wrote that thing. Back in the early aughts. Well, I don't want to.
No, I'm gonna give it. We'll go back and do to that same rotation. I think you should finish off this set, and I'll start fresh on the next one. We'll flip another coin.
Well, I'm trying to think of a song that correlates to this.
We don't have to do that.
It's kind of a challenge for me. I'm kind of correlation challenged. I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely. Something's going to come to mind here just any second.
Oh, that's why you wanted to switch back. You got another one that sounds like that?
I could keep with the Texas theme. I could play a new song. I could tell you about my girlfriend that worked at McDonald's. There's like a lot of options.
You can do Texas. Yeah. First time I played that song was in Texas. So.
Which one? Oh,
The
really?
one I just finished.
And where was that?
It would have been Red Oak. There was a songwriter night in Red Oak, which is just south of Dallas, right?
Nice.
That community. Yeah, it's in between like Dallas and Waxahachie. Something like that.
That's right. That's cool, man. Well, I've got a song called Sweet Texas Girls. I don't know if there's any Sweet Texas girls in the audience, but definitely some Sweet Missouri girls.
They'd yell if they were here.
Yeah, they're not here. They're not here right now. How did you
The
hear
hair would be
that?
kind of up to here too. The hair would be right down here.
Yeah, you know what we should do is do a cover. We should do a Will Simon Ramsey cover. You know Will Simon Ramsey?
Yeah.
We should do Will Simon Ramsey song. Okay. South of Oklahoma, east of New Mexico, west of Louisiana, where all good Cajuns go. They got a little place called Texas, where the women grow on trees. They're right there for the picking, just as easy as you please. You better run and take hold. You're gonna get young before you get old. And them Texas women is Texas gold. They got kisses that are sweeter than cactus. And I love them.
find you a Cinderella or a genuine Goldilocks. And if you don't like love attachment or your taste in women gets strange, go on and spend your money, my friend, down in Old LaGrange. Better tell it to the world. You gotta have Lone Star girl with their cast iron curls and their aluminum dimples, and they're so damn simple. South of Oklahoma, east of New Mexico, and west of Louisiana, where all the Cajuns go. They got a little place called Texas, where the women grow on trees. Right there for the picking, just as easy as you please. You better run and take hold. You're gonna get young before you get old. Texas women, they're Texas gold.
We're gonna take a break, y'all. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful night even early on. Get yourselves here, get yourselves a stretch, go get a cigarette, get a beer out, go pee, do whatever you have to do. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so.